Good morning, everyone. Apologies for the delayed start. Just going over some details. There's a weird humming sound, a gong kind of, thank you. All right, so in case you haven't already, I'm just going to invite everyone to turn off your devices, please. This is also feeling, Stella, Danny, this is feeling weird in my ears, like muffled, kind of. All right, so if you could please turn off your devices, put them onto airplane mode or mute so that we don't get any extra dings or pings. And we will begin. That's getting better. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the meditation portion of our time together. Let's just take a few moments to arrive. Take a few moments to land. Allow our bodies to start to soften. Allow our breath to lengthen. To begin letting go of everything that has come before, right here, right now. Letting go of any concerns or to-do lists for the future. And simply allowing ourselves the opportunity to fully arrive, to land, to know that we are fully supported from within and without. Allowing our feet to be more firmly planted on the floor. Allowing ourselves to be held by the seat that we're in. Knowing that there is nothing more for us to do but be. And so if you haven't done so already, I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze. Whatever it is that feels nourishing and supportive, whatever it is that allows you to let go of visual distractions vying for your attention. And so as we continue arriving, as we continue letting go, I invite you to shift your attention to the breath. Noticing how it moves in and out through the nostrils, in and out through the lungs. Noticing how it glides gently down the back of the throat, filling even the interspaces of our being. And so as we continue arriving more fully in each now moment, I offer you this question for today. What doors of life are we keeping closed because of our assumptions, beliefs, and perspective? Once again, what doors of life are we keeping closed because of our assumptions, beliefs, and perspective? So as we move into about 10 minutes of focused, uninterrupted meditation, I invite all of us to open up, to become curious about what doors we might be inadvertently keeping closed because of our assumptions, beliefs, and perspectives, and what it would take to open our doors to an expanded way of being. So here we go, about 10 minutes of focused, uninterrupted meditation. So I gently invite you to start bringing your attention back to your physical presence, becoming more aware of the body that you're in, beginning to notice the skin that you're in, noticing the clothes that you're in, becoming more aware of the seat that you're in, the environment around you, and the space you're taking up. And as we continue becoming more physically aware, I offer you this question once again. What doors of life are we keeping closed because of our assumptions, beliefs, and perspective? And so as we continue moving through the rest of our time together today, through the coming hours, days, and weeks ahead, throughout this month of openness at VTC, I invite us all to lean into this question and open up to where we can be more open, where we can be more curious, and where we can approach life with more of a beginner's mind. So now, if comfortable, I invite you to plant both feet firmly on the ground. I invite you to lengthen your spine, and then I invite you to open your arms and extend them out by your sides with your palms facing upward. And just take a few moments to breathe, to feel, to notice, and to be with all of that energy and life and enthusiasm that is whirling and swirling around, knowing that that same vitality and that same dynamism is alive and well and active within. And now I invite you to scoop it all up, 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 above your head with your palms and fingertips together, and then just gently bring it all down, mindfully, purposefully, joyfully, lovingly, all down into your heart, enjoying a moment of gratitude and appreciation, perhaps deepened connection or understanding, maybe deepened awareness and a little grace. And so let us finish off our meditation with 3 nourishing, life-affirming breaths together. First breath in, and release. Returning back to your regular breath. Second, deep, nourishing, life-affirming breath in. Here we go. And release. Returning back to your regular breath. And with this third breath, we're going to receive the most nourishing, biggest, life-affirming breath in yet, and at the top we're going to hold. Breathing in and hold, taking in an extra sip if you can, and just be. And release. Returning back to your regular breath. I am so grateful for your time and presence and for everything that comes next. Namaste. And So I invite you to just take a few more moments, a few more breaths to really come back into your body. Perhaps rub your hands together, start to move your body around, wiggle your fingers and toes. Do a little stretch, take a little sip of tea or water to help ground you. And then when you've opened your eyes and are ready, and if you'd like to, I invite you to find someone nearby and share one thing that came up for you during that meditation as we open the doors and welcome more people in and transition into the livelier portion of our time together. Thank you. to Mr. Attila Fiash on piano and Damian Graham on drums. Thank you for being with us again, gentlemen. And thank you everyone for being here today at our Celebrate Sunday. I'm going to invite everyone to stand on up and we're going to sing our opening tune. And Winnie, I know you're greeting, but I'm going to ask you to be on one side of the room too because I need you to help out with this opening tune. Oh wow, this is so high. All right, very loud, very loud. Okay, all right, fantastic. This is also sounding a little in between my ears. Okay, so we have sung this before numerous times. We're gonna sing it all together a couple of times through, then you're gonna say hello to each other, and then we're gonna turn it into a round. And you guys are gonna follow Winnie, and you guys are gonna follow me, and then we're gonna switch, all right? So, I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. That's essentially all the lyrics. Opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. Opening, I am opening. right. Yay, VTC Community Choir. Thank you, Winnie. And thank you, Winnie, greeter extraordinaire. I know you can't stay for the whole time today, so thank you for being here. Can we please say thank you to Mr. Attila Fiash and Damian Graham once again, our guest musicians. All right, so here we are at another Celebrate at VTC on a beautiful sunshiny summer Sunday. And before I go on, I just want to ask, is there anyone here for the first time on a Sunday? Yup, I'm seeing a few hands go up. I thought there were 3. Yes, okay. So in the back, we have Galena with the streaks of purple and pink hair. And next to Galena, we have Jim. And then next to Helena, we have David. Now, Helena and David have been at some of the SoJazz events. And then Galena and Jim, I met at Parkwood Place, which is where I also met Ella, who came to us last week for the first time. So let us please welcome these amazing, beautiful beings the way we do at VTC. We love you, we appreciate you, and we're so glad you're here. Let's give them a hand. Thank you very much for being with us today. So where is it that you walked into? Well, this is what we call the Victoria Truth Center, and essentially, it's a house of love, all right? We believe that there is only one thing going on, and whether you call it spirit, source, creativity, energy, the quantum field, God, love, whatever. Thank you, Winnie. We believe that there is only one thing going on. And so if there's only one thing, there is nothing else. There is nothing that is separate from that. There is nothing that is outside of that. Everyone and everything is that love, is that energy, is that creativity expressing in gazillions of unique, original, and never to be repeated ways. And so that means that Jim is love. That means that Damien is love. That means the music that we just experience, singing, listening to, all of that is love. Nature is love. Everyone and everything is love. And so how does that feel as we come together in community to celebrate that together? How is that feeling on a Sunday morning here at VTC? All right, fantastic. So let us also remember where it is that we are doing this celebrating, that we are gathered on Lekwungen territorial land, the land of the Songhees and Esquimalt nations, and what a gift and a blessing it is to be here together on these lands that have been stewarded with such care, such reverence, such intention, and such love. And so what a gift and blessing and privilege it is to be able to live and breathe and work and play and co-create together on these lands. Haishka. So now we're going to move into our reflective tune, and this is an opportunity for everyone to turn within, to become more aware, more attuned to that love energy, that dynamic, energetic flow that is the very essence of everyone and everything. And if that means you just want to sit there quietly and close your eyes and just be and receive, I invite you to do so. But if you would like to sing along and experience, then please do so as well. Whatever it is that feels good and right for you in this moment. Open wide my heart, open wide my heart, open wide my heart, open wide my heart, open wide my heart. Open wide my heart, open wide open wide my heart. I open wide my entire being, knowing that the thing that I am opening to, the thing that I am surrendering to, is the very thing that I am. And as I know this profound and exquisite truth for myself, I am knowing that for each and every individual present, in person, online, everywhere, and every when. And so as I open up to a greater expression and experience of the love and energy and creativity that I am knowing that I can only experience more of that love in form. And so every single moment of every single day, there is an invitation on the table for each and every one of us to open wide our hearts, to experience and express more fully as the love, the light, the brilliance that we are at our core. And so right here, right now, I am knowing that whatever it is that is meant to shine through is doing so with so much celebration and so much joy. And so I am knowing that today's Celebrate Sunday is that expression and experience of love opening, of love unleashing, of love being. So with deep gratitude, so much appreciation for life and living, for being and beingness, I release my word as law, calling today's Celebrate Sunday the most beautiful, luminous, and open Celebrate yet. So I release, I let go, and I bask in this beautiful and wide open flow as together we affirm, and so it is. Open wide my heart, 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 open wide my heart. Just taking a few more moments, receiving a few more breaths in this raised frequency, this vibration of love, of openness, of divine intertwinglement. Allowing ourselves to bring into our mind's eye and then drop into our hearts someone we know and love, that we know could do with some affirmative prayer or some spiritual support. And as we bring our beloveds into our hearts, no matter what is going on or being experienced, let us focus only on the wholeness, allness, and wellness of their being. Let us see them happy, healthy, vibrant, and at ease. And as we focus each on our individual beloveds, this communal focus of wholeness, allness, and wellness amplifies for everyone, receiver, knower, all. I invite everyone to receive a gentle cleansing breath in and release while opening your eyes if you haven't done so already. Just taking another moment. Thank you for your presence, thank you for your consciousness, and thank you for the love that you are. All right, so switching gears just a little bit. Gentlemen, if you want to take a break now, there's no music for a little bit. Thank you so much for that. Switching gears and moving to our theme for the month, which is openness. And openness happens to be the third value on our VTC values compass. And the affirmation we have to support this theme is, I live every aspect of life with openness, curiosity, and wonder. And so I'm going to invite us all to declare this with however much enthusiasm and vigor you would like. But first, I would like you to really just open up to what is it that's jumping out at you in this statement? What is it that's being stirred within your being? And then with intention, let's declare this together. I live every aspect of life with openness, curiosity, and wonder. All right, so how's that feeling? Good. I see some nodding heads. I see some hands. I see some smiles. I see a hand up. Well, now is an opportunity to share a little something. One or two brief shares from community into community to let people know how our theme or how this affirmation is impacting our life right now in this moment. So it is totally, totally optional. But usually there are at least one or two people who have something that they would like to share that is reflective of our theme or this affirmation. So I have the mic in my hand. Is there at least one person who had, Glenn has already, without me even finishing, hold on. There we go. All right, there you are. Thank you.
Okay, during the meditation at the beginning, some of you weren't here yet, but Attila was playing certain notes. It was very kind of leaning towards introspection and darkness for me, which is interesting during meditation. But I was just going with it. And I realized what it was that sometimes there's too much openness to the outside that kind of makes me feel overwhelmed and a little buried in all the things I'm supposed to be aware of and know and, you know, contribute to and all that stuff. And what kind of keeps me anchored, I guess, is in this phrase here. It's the curiosity of like why, like allowing it to me to feel that. Like, oh, this is interesting. There's too much going on. It's like overstimulation sometimes, just even in any part of the day. There's too much to observe and take in with the senses. But the wonder part is interesting because I just go with the first syllable of one. So it's all one. Okay.
Thank you. Can we give Glenn a hand, please? Thank you. I have to admit that every now and then, and today was one of those days during meditation when I feel like I expand too much too quickly to the point where I'm almost going to faint. And so I had to hang on to the table, and then I let my husband Glenn know afterwards, hey, I felt a little woozy, keep an eye on me today. Thank you very much for that share. Is there anyone else who has something that they would like to offer into community about our theme or about this affirmation? Reverend Blenda.
I was thinking, or I was in meditation, and I opened up to thinking, or believing I could go maybe to producers or something for Raymond's book that he wants to make into a movie. And how could I do this? Well, anyway, I said, I'll just be open. I could picture myself going into group of producers. Then that was over, and there was someone new here. And it ends up being Galena, who actually endorsed Raymond's book many years ago, and I haven't seen her in ages. Well, what likelihood is that? Intuition, when you're open, it's amazing. So I'm so thankful for intuition and meditation and just opening up. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I had no idea you guys knew each other. Wow. Well, thank you very much for those beautiful shares. And so I invite all of us to continue opening up to this theme, to this value of openness, and maybe, tune into what does this affirmation mean and how is it informing our life? Are there places in our life where we could be more open, where we could be more curious, and where we could approach life with more childlike wonder? Okay, so switching gears once again. Who read the newsletter from a couple of days ago? Couple of people? All right, well then this story I'm about to tell will be new to you. There was a short story in there, and it was, I will be honest, it was Brooke, our creative services partner, who offered it, so I don't know what the origin of that story is, but she wrote about how there was a small town locksmith who had a garden gate at the edge of his property that hadn't been opened in years. He was told it could never be open, and so he told everyone who asked that it was rusted shut and impossible to move. So people took him at his word and never even attempted to open it, himself included. Then one day, a child too young to have heard the old story wandered up and pushed. And guess what? The gate opened easily. It had never been stuck, just assumed closed for so long that no one, including the locksmith, ever thought to try. Okay? This brought me, in a very circuitous way, to a Kafka story, a story within a story, called Before the Law, which is in his novel, The Trial. And the very long and short of it is that there is the man who stands before this open gate of the law, and he wants to cross through, but the gatekeeper tells him, you can't. And his entire life, this old man tries to convince, tries to bribe, argues with the gatekeeper to be let in, and the guy's like, nope, you can't. And then at the end of his life, the guy says, come on, like, what is the deal? And the gatekeeper says, well, this gate was actually here for you all along, but now you've missed your chance, and closes the gate. And so again, there's an assumption there, or a belief that, he can't do something, lives with that belief his entire life, only to realize all he had to do was just walk through, right? And so the question that comes up because of those two stories is, what doors of life are we keeping closed because of our assumptions, our beliefs, and our perspective? And the reason that these came into my purview was because a few weeks ago, I was doing my morning practice, which included being on Insight Timer for a while, and the quote of the day came up, and the quote of the day was, becoming is better than being. And I'm like, what? If I had seen that about a year ago, I would have been like, yeah, 100%. But there are reasons why. There's a big reason why now I'm like, I don't know about that. Anyway, this quote is by Carol S. Dweck, who is an American psychologist at Stanford University, and she is known for her research and work on fixed mindset versus growth mindset. And so it took me back to our affirmation, I live every aspect of life with openness, curiosity, and wonder. So I opened up to, what is this quote doing for me? What is this response that I am having to this statement? And I thought, I need to sit with it for a bit. So I just let it go, for a couple of weeks, and then this newsletter came out, and then the Kafka story, and so I thought, okay, I gotta find out who this, Carol Dweck person is, because I didn't know about her until I looked her up this morning. And so, yeah, there's all of this work that she has done on fixed and growth mindset. And so the three main things about the fixed mindset are that there is a belief that intelligence, talent, core skills are fixed and cannot be changed. So you are born as smart as you're ever going to be with the talents that you have and the skills that sort of are inherent to you, and nothing can be expanded upon. There's a fear of failure, so often people don't even try. And these are the kind of people who will reject feedback and feel threatened by others' success. Now, there's the growth mindset. And with the growth mindset, there is a belief that intelligence, skills, and talent can be improved upon through commitment and practice. Does that sound familiar to anybody here? Isn't that what we are endeavoring to do with tuning into the love that we are, celebrating the love that we are, experiencing and expressing more as the love that we are through all of the different ways, coming together on a Sunday and then doing whatever we do in between Sundays to just really, really embody and be the love that we are? Commitment and practice, right? The second thing is that those people see failure as an opportunity to learn and grow, right? I remember when I was in practitioner studies many years ago at this point, that one of my favorite books was Thomas More's Care of the Soul. And I'm sure I've mentioned this before at least once. And in that book, there is a part where he writes about failure. And what he said about failure completely, was just like a 180 for me, a massive aha right in that moment. And I have never seen failure the same way again. Because what happened for me was I saw, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said something along the lines of, failure is not who I am, it's an element of the work I do. So it's just part of the process, right? Failure doesn't mean that, that's it, the end, there is no point in even trying again. What it means is, okay, so that didn't work out maybe the way we had anticipated or would have preferred, but if infinite possibilities, then there are infinite possibilities and experiences to have, right? So we try again. And then the third thing is that the individual with a growth mindset welcomes feedback in order to grow and to learn. And so this brought another question up. What possibilities are we closing ourselves off from because of a fixed mindset? Even for those of us who are continually opening up to a greater expression of being, do we hold beliefs that are super ingrained that we're not willing to give up or question? Are there thoughts that we think? Are there stories that we tell? Are there experiences that we've had that we keep on having and we're just like, well, that's just the way it is? Anyone here have that kind of experience? Or I wasn't seeing laughing? Okay, good. People aren't raising their hands, but I see laughing, right? So this is an invitation to be open, to be curious, to wonder, to let go of statements like, that's just the way I am, or it's going to be one of those days, right? Because every single moment is a brand new opportunity to heal, to grow, to express, to embody that incredible, amazing power, presence, and profundity that we are at our core. That same power that is every single leaf on every single tree. This beautiful cinnamon plant, this Ceylon cinnamon plant right here that, I don't know, probably needs to grow for a few hundred years before we can harvest it and make some tea or something. But every single leaf, every single blade of grass, every single pebble, every ocean and every drop, every ocean in every drop, all of that is what we are trying to embody. That is what we are trying to open up to. And if we keep thinking that, this is the belief that I have, these are the thoughts that I think, these are the choices I'm going to continue to make, what are we doing? We're closing ourselves off from all of that, all of those infinite possibilities. So the title of my talk today is, a locked gate is an open door. If we go back to those two stories, if someone had gone, okay, I hear what you're saying, but let me just try, then maybe everybody would have had an opportunity to go through sooner. But the thing is, everybody had the opportunity. They just chose not to because they chose to believe what they were told. They made an assumption and they stuck with it, and that was it. They were never curious enough to wonder and go and test the gate for themselves. And then even though in that Kafka story, the guy is constantly arguing and bartering and making a case for why he should be able to go through that gate, does he ever actually try to go through the gate? No. He's just told that, nope, you can't go. And so he's like, well, okay, I'm just going to sit here and suffer, and I'm going to argue with you and make my case for why I should be able to go, but I'm not actually going to bother to try, right? Fixed mindset. But if you are here, then I venture that you have a growth mindset. I venture that you are open and curious enough to really, really take a look at your thoughts, your beliefs, your stories, all of the perspectives, all of the everything that has gotten you to where you are now, to see if, maybe is there a different way of approaching life going forward? Is there a way that I can feel better? Is there a way I can feel more connected? Is there a way that I can feel more attuned to the love that I truly am? And so here's the kicker. I actually looked up the word becoming in the dictionary just for fun, just to see what it said. And first, there was an adjective, and I'm like, well, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the verb. And so it took me to the word become. Here's the definition of the Oxford English Dictionary version. Become, to start to be something. Okay? So going back to Carolyn Dweck's quote, becoming is better than being, I'm like, I don't know. And the huge reason for me is because last year I discovered the teachings of Rupert Spira. And the one book that I have so far is The Heart of Prayer, this beautiful little book that I can just hold in my hands, and I already feel the beauty and the presence in this book. So in this book he says, we cannot become what we already are through effort, practice, or discipline, nor can we cease being what we eternally are through negligence or error. So what is he saying here? You don't need to try, you don't need to become anything because you already are. And no matter what you do, no matter what you think, no matter what you say, no matter what you experience, no matter what ideas, opinions, assumptions, diagnoses come at you, you remain who you are, no ifs, ands, or buts, right? So you are love, you are source, you are spirit, you are God, you are infinite creativity and intelligence. You are all of that, no matter what your life feels like in the moment. He goes on to say, we overlook ourselves and we remember ourselves. We become lost in the content of experience, maybe a little bit of what Glenn was talking about, and then we return to and recognize ourselves. So when we come together in community at Celebrate, at Elevate, at SoJazz, the Healing Circle, all the other ways we come together in community here at VTC, all the other ways we come together in community beyond VTC, we're not trying to become something that we aren't. We are trying to more fully embody that which we are, no matter what. So I go back to that quote by Carolyn Dweck, where she says that becoming is better than being. And so I'm turning it into a question. Is becoming better than being? Maybe. Yes. No. It kind of depends on your perspective and what the referent is that you're coming from, right? She's a psychologist, and the work that she does, it totally makes sense with what she's saying. In the end, though, what I'm offering is that through openness, curiosity, and wonder, we allow ourselves the gift of being more of the love we already are, which, depending on your perspective, could be interpreted as a type of becoming. Thank you, and so it is. Okay, so now is an opportunity to get together in little groups of 2 or 3 or 4, if you wish, to have some conscious conversation and connect with your fellow community members. And so if you would like to do that, I just invite you to move your chairs or gather around some of the tables, and you'll have about 10 minutes to talk. If you would prefer not to, totally okay. Go outside and have some sunshine, feel the sun and the wind on your skin, have a little walk, make yourself some tea. There's a tea station. Either way, I will ding the meditation bowl when it's time to come back. Thank you. 2-minute warning, 2-minute warning. All right, come on back, everyone. Ashley, you can go further. All right, so as everyone is coming back to their tables and their seats, I'm going to hand out the You Are Beautiful blessing box. Go ahead and take an affirmation or a blessing for yourself. Can you please? Thank you. Go. All right, so every Thursday here, except for fifth Thursdays of the month, we have Elevate, featuring the Elevate Trio with Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby McNair on drums. We have a book theme that we're following. We're almost finished The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and I put out to the community, what book do you want to do next? So we don't even know what it is, but something new for September. We have meditation, and it's a beautiful, beautiful evening to come together for our spiritual salon. Next, every Friday night, up until this last Friday, August 14th, that is the end of our summer concert series, we have the Spirit of Jazz and Soul. And this series has been such a gift to this community, such a gift to this building, and kind of a dream come true of mine. And so normally Kelby would tell you a little bit about what's coming up on Friday, but we actually have 2 of the 3 musicians who will be here on Friday. So Damien, why don't you tell us what's going to happen on Friday?
Well, yeah, last week you caught me off guard, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to think about that. But I've thought about it since, and I figured out some of the material we'll be playing. It's going to be awesome. It will have notes, lots of musical notes, but then I'm like, I'll just play a little bit. So you've heard me play Backing Up Attila. This will be my own trio, and I'll get to feature some of the things that I do on drums. I was going to move this kit and make it more comfortable, and then it fell apart. So I'm not going to touch it because Kelby's got it booby-trapped or something. Anyway, and oftentimes I'll sit in on his drum kit and he'll say, be really just careful, don't hit the cymbal too hard. He'll give me some instructions. And
Duct tape and Band-Aids.
Yeah, he's like, don't hit the small tom, it'll fall over, things like that. But I'll do some stuff like this.
am so excited because Damien has been here to fill in for Kelby so many times, but I just said downstairs, like, I feel like he's been reined in because he's just been kind of playing the music that we ask him to play, and I've been so looking forward to seeing Damien unleashed. So.
To me, it's not so much being leashed in, it's just playing what needs to happen for the music at the moment. So doing what I just did isn't always the appropriate.
Yep. Yeah. So super looking forward to Friday. And so we know now, confirmed, bass player is?
Joey Smith, and it'll be Attila and myself.
Yeah, so Joey Smith, we've had him here before, but it's been a while. So Joey Smith on upright bass, Attila on piano, and Damien leading the show. So it's our last one of the season. So whether you've come, whether you haven't had an opportunity, I invite you to come because I think that this time we can sell it out, and we only have capacity for 60 seats. We had about 45 people on Friday, the biggest one yet. So $20 donation, all goes to the musicians, and it's a super, super amazing evening. And then we will start up again in September, but we're gonna focus on closing out this one, so thank you. All right, so next, Canadian New Thought Conference happening in Nanaimo, September 18th to 20th. There are 5 scholarships available. If someone is interested in going, but you are financially challenged in getting there, we have 5 scholarships that include a ticket for the conference and a ticket for what's going to be a phenomenal concert on Saturday night with Amy Bishop. There are applications, hard copy applications on the table. There is also an online application to fill out that came with our newsletter. If you would like to go, please get your application in by today. The board will be making a decision at our board meeting on Wednesday. All right, next please. Next slide. Thank you. 90 breathwork every single 3rd Saturday of the month here in the sanctuary. There are still a few spots left. I still don't know exactly what journey it's going to be, but it's going to be an activational journey to move things that are trapped in the psyche, trapped in the body, and it's all through the power of intentional breath. So if you're interested, please let me know. There are more spots available. Okay, next Sunday, our last Sunday before we close for 2 weeks for a summer break, it is our community picnic, all right? So we're gonna celebrate, we're gonna have Friendship Sunday, so bring someone, and then we're all gonna go down to Beacon Hill Park over by the Children's Farm and Petting Zoo. Bring your own lunch, bring a blanket or a chair or something like that, and from 1 to 4 p.m., we're gonna hang out together at our community picnic. And I understand that Sherry Morgan is also going to do a wisdom tree meditation for a portion of that time, okay? So please, 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 let's make this a beautiful Sunday to remember before we go off for a 2-week break. All right, Spirit of Giving Challenge. The Abundance Bowl is about to make its way around. I am putting in my very intentional tithe because I am inspired by what is happening here today. I am not donating out of necessity or obligation. And so we have this Spirit of Giving Challenge going on every single time you donate to VTC. Doesn't matter how much or how little. Your name goes into a draw, and then at the first Elevate and the first Celebrate of every month, we draw a name, and then those people get to decide where VTC donates to the following month. And what we're doing is we're donating 10% of all income from the previous month, and then VTC is matching that donation. So this is how we connect with and support other charitable organizations. And I have already made my decision about who I'm going to choose to donate to. And so I believe we're going to have Sai come up one Sunday and tell us a bit about tennis for kids. All right? So, so just let him know. But for now, the Abundance Bowl is coming around. If you are using the credit card machine, please write your name legibly on the back so that our treasurer Mary knows who to credit the donation to. And if you aren't putting something in the bowl, I invite you to just spend a moment with it, put in an intention for abundance, prosperity, community, and love. And while that bowl is going around, we're going to hear some more music from this dynamic duo. Thank you very much.
you. Now I'd like us all just to take a nice deep breath. Let go. And possibly you want to just close your eyes into this knowingness and know that I am love. I am love. Deep down inside, I feel a sense of love. I feel it in my heart, in my body, in my knowingness. And I know that all that I desire is already here in my heart, in my deeper knowingness. All that I am is already here. And I open up the door to receive that love, to show me the way. I open up my heart right now to receive, and let it be shown to me the way to enjoy receiving. Oh, it feels so good. I am love, and I am all that I desire right here, right now. Thank you. I know that the powers that are greater than me are working in the fulfillment of my knowingness every moment of every day. Thank you. And so it is. And it is so. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Blenda, for that closing prayer. And can we please give a hand to these fabulous musicians, Mr. Attila Fish and Damian Graham on piano. And so now I'm just going to say thank you very much to everyone who helped and contributed to make today happen. Thank you to Danny and to Stella on tech in the back. Thank you to Winnie, who is already here but left, for greeting and handing it off to Linda and to Teresa to help clean up. Thank you very much. Thank you to Reverend Carolyn for the healing circle that is about to happen at 12:15 in the counseling room. And thank you to everyone who is here, in person, online. Without you, there would be no community. Without you, we would just be standing here, and like some of the musicians at the So Jazz concerts have said, it would just be a rehearsal. So thank you very much for being here. Yes, Reverend Raymond.
Thank you, Rev.Lesia.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to invite everyone to stand on up. We're going to sing our closing tune, a groovy, funky tune by Eddie Watkins Jr. from Detroit.
I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes of the past. Today all things are made brand new. And don't it feel good to know all is well and unfolding as it should? I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy and happiness cloaked in the Spirit. I am cloaked in the Spirit. I am fed by the divine. I am one with all that is. My soul's free from time. I am blessed, and so are you. And don't it feel good to know all is well? All is well. All is well, and unfolding as it should. Woo! And that is another Celebrate at VTC. Thank you for being here in person, online. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. And we will see you next week. Gentlemen, want to close us out?